Mod time is here, and today's a pretty chill day, so we're going to keep it chill now. We got 24 mods for you, all platforms, 15 new and 6 updates, and PC Mac players got 3 new. If there's a specific mod you want to see first, check that out, linked in the timestamps. Otherwise, let's jump right in. Let's start them off today with the John Deere, the 6M Large Series from DB Modding. Oh yeah, and that front loader doesn't go on there. I was doing some testing. Let's check out the customization. So we got a lot of John Deere tractors now. This was pretty easy to find though. It is the John Deere 6M Large Series, of course, and there are no warning signs on it. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for you guys to find. We have quite a few customization options on here. Base off, we start at 185 horsepower. You got a manual plus power shift transmission, 250 liters of fuel, it's pretty good, 24 miles an hour, and weighs 7.8 tons. With it being a large frame 6M, looks a little bit different than some of the other stuff that we've got, and I love it. Engine options range from 185 horsepower all the way up to 215 horsepower, and we have 40 and 50 kilometer per hour variants of each. That is 24 to 32 miles an hour. Wheel brands, there's quite a few here as well. All of the ones that you would expect are here. They're in a little bit of a different order than normal, but don't let that get you down too much. We've also got all the standard sets. So you've got your duals, your wides, narrows, weights, etc. Extra light customization options. This is just going to be 2 lights that are added to the wings on the very front, so not the too wild and crazy through there. Design, we have a left beacon, right beacon, both or neither. Attachers on the very front, we start with a 60 kg weight holder, then we go up to 360, 560, 760, and 1010. We also have a front hydraulic, which I prefer on a tractor. Some people don't. That's okay, but you are able to add what you want. Starfire 6000, we also get the monitor inside. Front loader attachers, this is where I was doing some trial and error, mostly error. Quickie and Hauer setups for the front. I tried some John Deere front loaders because there is no John Deere front loader attachment, but I kind of figured out why. None of them really fit this tractor very well, so yeah, just go with one of those, trust me. Front fenders, you can also take these off. It's kind of neat. I like that. Plus, you got a license plate. And as far as your options go, you can open up both the left and right-hand side doors. Pretty cool tractor, sounds great. Check it out. When it comes to driving this bad boy around, there is some weight to it, so expect a little body roll. Even, well, I'm trying to flip it here. Let's see if I can make that happen. Not quite wanting to flip. Let's see if we can get up to speed just a little bit, and nope. My driving ability has limited me from flipping this thing. Checking it out in the game, it almost feels like it wants to flip, but I can't get it to flip. Maybe it's because I've got the rear weights on there. That could have a lot to do with it, but it's got a bunch of body roll. But it's not bad. Not bad at all. Next new for all platforms is our Valtra S Series. We've already received quite a few Valtra mods at this point, so it is nice to see the S Series finally getting its love. Now, with this one, I found the wheel options kind of interesting. We'll talk about that. Engines range from 280 all the way up to 420 horsepower. Nice. Wheel brands, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, BKT, etc., etc. All the things you would expect to find. However, there is one interesting thing. There's a lack of wheel options. You have a wide rear tire, which is added to every single version. However, that's it. Only the rear wheel gets wide. Now, granted, it is chunky, and the front wheel stays the way that it is, and I think the regular wheels don't match, so I think running a wide tire makes it look normal, but every single one is like that. There's no duals, there's no narrows, nothing. Continental's just stuck where it is, so there's a big lack of wheel options here. I figured I'd let you know. Nonetheless, you do have some reverse driving. You got the twin track plus the mirrors on the back, a Skyview roof setup, panoramic door or second door on the right-hand side. Interior setup can be either gray or black. Warning signs can be added if you prefer those. Wheel weights, the first one I'm not quite sure. The flange plate or plata? I don't exactly know what's going on here, but it makes it weigh a whole lot less. It goes from 14.7 tons to 7.9 tons, making it a fast boy. I mean, talk about weight reduction. And then you have back to normal again with a 500, 1,000, and 1,500 kg wheel weights. Oh, all the way up to 2. Nice. Yeah, but it has weight reduction. What would you use that for? I'm not quite sure. And then we have plenty of color options through here. Rim colors have everything, but the main is locked. And as far as I can tell, there are no animations on the outside, so it just kind of is what it is. It does drive smooth though, give it that much. All right, now we get into some fun stuff. The Jungheinrich ERE 120. This is a forklift, technically. I've got 47 horsepower on it, 6 kilowatt hour battery. Working line, you've got with and without. You may as well keep it with. It's pretty cheap. Design without loading basket, and you could throw with. Should help you line up larger and taller pallets, maybe multiples of them, a little bit easier. Plus, we could change up that color. Now, don't expect it to do nothing crazy. That's as high as it goes, but it is enough to move a pallet from point A to point B, sit it back down, and make it easy. So if you got a warehouse, check this out. Plus, it is from the Warehouse King. Pascal counts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and because it's a vehicle, it'll go places. I didn't even think about this. So, so you can actually like move a pallet from somewhere to somewhere else. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's weird to see. Now let's talk about tools. We have the Jeantil BR 1824. This one's from University Mining. We have a bulk tipper here, 22,000 liter capacity. We can bump up to a grain bodywork. It's going to give you 28,000. Silage bodywork will give you 37,000. You got a license plate, but otherwise that is it. Next one's going to be the Lizard CG Granel Pack. This is from Hulse FS and is an auger wagon, but it's not one. 'Tis two of these bad boys. 10,800 liters for the smaller 9.5 and 15.5 thousand liters for the 15. Pretty close with the numbers, but not exactly right on. As far as the options through here, we do have different wheel setups. You have 6 of them. So you've got 3 different tires, forwards and backwards. Stickers basically have the ability to remove certain sticker options. Warning signs, these are going to be around towards the back. We start with nothing. You get a tractor triangle, or you got some little reflectors on the sides. Round back towards the front again, we get a shovel. Very cool. And then lastly, you could throw a cover on it if you prefer. Color options include chassis, the cover, the sticker for the lizard color, the sticker for the module color down at the very bottom, the internal color, and lastly, rim colors. There's a whole lot to this one, and I love it. Next up, the MKS32 MultiLiquids. Now, there's not a whole lot special about an MKS32 that's been modded to hold all of the liquids in the base game. This is pretty normal, and I think we've got a couple of these at this point that are included in multiple different mods. However, this one is quite unique because it has the ability to limit to certain liquids. For example, you can only fill it with milk or buffalo milk, goat milk, water, diesel, DEF, liquid fertilizer, herbicide, slurry, digestate, sunflower oil, canola oil, olive oil, rice oil, grape juice, silage additive, and methane. So yeah, this one's a little bit different. The unfortunate part is it only holds 32,000 liters rather, so it's not modded to hold 1 million or whatever, but still maybe useful to you guys. Plus, only goat liquids goat milk is a big plus. There's a lot of trailers that skip that one for some reason. So that's very cool. Other things, well, you've got a couple different wheel options to go for, a little different options through here than we normally get to see, so I dig it. You also have a fire extinguisher if you wanted to add that. It's kind of nice to have, but it is what it is. Doesn't serve any purpose. Then you've got colors. This is going to be for your tank itself, so you can change that up, and then you've got your rim colors. One of the nice things about the tank is you've got your chrome set up there, but you also have like a silver set and black set. But all of your colors are going to be based just on paint, so they're not metallic or anything. The modder that did this mod, the MGP231, they did a good job with it. And our last tool mod for all platforms is going to be the Manitou FB 1900. This is a bell fork and goes on a telehandler. It's also got a party piece. Change it up, and you can fold it. So that's kind of nice, making it quite unique. Although, do be aware, this takes a hot minute, and when I say a hot minute, oh my goodness, believe me when I say it, there's animations for this, and it takes forever. Hopefully we speed it up in the next update. Now we jump into placeables for all platforms. First up, we have the Artisanal Popcorn Factory from VX Mapping. In here, you may have to turn it around because for me, it showed up backwards. So I had to spin it around. Here is where you take a look at it. You got buttered popcorn, cane sugar popcorn, caramel, cheese, chili. Oh, yeah, with chili peppers, to be fair. Chocolate popcorn, garlic butter, and popcorn. All of these have different setups for your Mario. So for buttered popcorn, for example, 100 corn and 10 butter gives you 100 buttered popcorn. That's kind of neat. Inputs are a little low, I think, but it's not too bad, to be fair. Corn is 100,000 liters and everything else is 10,000 liters. And your outputs are going to be 20,000 liters per. So if you put in 3 or 4 different ones, you can make 3 or 4 different popcorns at the same time. And the good thing is, no sell point needed because it is added to all of your sell points in the game. So that is pretty cool. Now, we've seen the front, we've seen the production. Here is the side, around towards the back side. Up here on this area is where all of your pallets are going to spawn. So be aware of that. And here is your input right here. Loading zone. I appreciate the marker there. Yeah, not too bad. Pretty cool. Hey, if you're looking for popcorn, this one's pretty simple. Standalone mod. I dig it. Next is the hay storage and grass drying. Now, to be fair, we already have multiple, and I mean multiple mods that are using this exact building for lots and lots of their things. Matter of fact, one of our mods today is an update. It was one of the first ones to use this building. Nonetheless, we can take a look at it here in a production chain. You can do hay, silage, and silage, and that's going to be grass and grass. And I think they've made a little bit of an oopsie here because that's hay. and I'm pretty sure that's grass. So yeah, just be aware of your markers here. I'm not quite sure those are correct. That's dry grass. So that means that you can make hay by taking regular grass and turning it into dry grass, silage from grass to silage, and grass from hay. Oof, my brain hurts with that one. And then right here, we've just got a storage, which will hold up to 250,000 liters. Now, one thing that I didn't mention, the input for the production chain holds 1 million liters, and the output does as well. So it's not too bad, and as far as everything goes, it's 1-to-1. So that's pretty nice as well. Pretty rare these days. Next placeable is going to be the
Sheepfold La Blaquiere.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how to say that. Sheepfold La Blaquiere. Yeah, there you go. This is a bunch of stuff to it, man. First off, it is a large complex. So it is found in the sheep areas. So do be aware of that. As you can see down the bottom left-hand side, it does a lot of stuff. It holds 400,000 liters in a silo. It's got 80 sheep. You can do grass and hay input. You've got your wool out plus a production chain. Yeah. There's also areas to turn on lights. It's going to be left stick on consoles, so be aware of that. Here's your input for your silo. The output is around towards the back side. If we continue a clockwise motion around, this is just an open area where you could store stuff. No auto loading, nothing like that, although that would be pretty cool. Again, here are your lights. Very nice. Around towards the back side, this is where you get your silo stuff out. So that's going to go right there. And we open this door, you get, look at this. You get a place to work. So right here, we can turn on the lights for there. We come over here, we can turn on these lights. You got a place to work on vehicles. So you got your vehicle workshop right here, which is really, really neat. You got a nice window there where you can see up. And we have a way to see into the sheep area. So we can open this up. Oh, well, ground. This is where your sheep hang out. 20,000 liters for food and 20,000 liters for straw for these guys as well. Oh, yeah. They take straw. Although it is said to be decorative straw. What if we put down a manure thing? What are these called? That's a bunker silo. Oh, my brain hurts right now. Let's put one of these down and see if it connects to it. It does. There we go. Manure, 4 million liters. So hopefully the sheep will be making some manure. Very cool. All right, so we'll spin it around here. This is a 4-way door. And you're going to have to be careful with it. I advise turning on your help window. So we'll do that. There we go. And then slowly walk up here. And that door will open. And then we hit it just right and that door will open. There you go. And now we can buy our sheep, 80 of them. There is no expanding that. So 80 is what you get. And right here's where the food goes. Figure out where you're at yet? Now, we got 2 more things to show you around towards the outside. This is where all of your wool is going to spawn. And there's a lot of it. And then lastly, we have the production. Oh my goodness. Check this out. So in here, this is where your production goes. So we have 45,000 liter input of wool, and then you've got your fabrics and clothing output. That is so neat. But that's not it. We also have just kind of like a little role play area. We got some more lights on up here. Play a little game of chess. I am pretty good at chess, so bring it on. Place to chill out. This big sheep area placeable has a little bit of everything, and I am digging it. And one of the nice things is too, because it doesn't have an expandable fence or pasture rather, if you're on PC, you can modify this to hold as many sheep as you want. Last mod we're going to take a look at in the game today is called the Small Garage with Farmhouse. This has 3 garages and 1 farmhouse. The 3 garages are the 2 left and 1 right doors. This one's a little bit smaller, so nothing too wild and crazy. All of the light switches work, and they're going to use the B button on Xbox or the circle button on PlayStation. And then these 2 left side doors, these are a little bit bigger on the inside. They're still very, very small in comparison to the way that I would play, but still, nonetheless, both of them are about the same. And then the man door right here, we'll click on that, walk in. We got a place to change clothing right here, and a place to sleep over here. So, there you go. That is your small garage with Farmhouse. We also have a few other new mods for all platforms, including the barn with cow shed that holds 30 cows, parking lot markings with icons, signs, and floor markers, retaining wall fence to be able to have one area high and one area low with a wall between, and big old weighing station to weigh your stuff. Next up, let's talk about updates for all platforms. We got Maypole Farm from Cavalier Road and Mucket Show. This is going to be version 1.1. Save game compatible, so you are able to use your existing save game. They fixed the missing collisions on a few items at the supermarket, fixed the manure loading trigger on manure clam, adjusted the ground triggers for the BGA so that tipping from trailers works, adjusted the tip trigger for the dairy for tipper trailers. Water at the pond updated had a graphical glitch when you interacted with the water, and adjusted all capacities at production points to work better in multiplayer. Next up, the IT Runner Pack. This will be version 1.0.1. Added water container, changed FarmTech Fortis 2000 license plate, fixed the Bergman HT50 unloading effects, fixed the grain door of grain container, fixed missing textures, and improved the visuals. Hay storage and ventilation, version 1.1. Problems with the bell trigger of the hay ventilation has been fixed, and added a second building with hay ventilation. Lizard Hydroglide header storage system, version 1.0.1. Fix collision. Pack of 5 rustic machine sheds, version 1.1. Increase the fill rate at all the fill triggers. And lastly, the Corcher Pack, version 1.0.1. Fix the lance being lost after reloading the save game with new store items. Jumping over to our new ones for PC and Mac players. Got 3 of them. The first one is the Fornier Trailer Pack, or the Fornier? I don't know how to say it. There are multiple trailers in here. You've got a small tipper, medium, larger-ish, and a bell trailer. Weighs 6.9 tons. Very nice. Very nice. They knew the assignment. The smallest guy right here, we can change it up with the stainless steel or the painted set. You do have multiple different wheel options to choose from. Ladder, you've got a design on there, which is going to change up the flag on the side, like that. Mud flaps around towards the very back. Well, I would say that. I don't see anything changing for mud flaps, so there's that. And then capacities can range between 16.5 and 21.5. The second trailer, this is the F60 configuration, again stainless steel, ladder, design on the side, so you got the flag, and then ladder around towards the front side? Back. The back. Why is there a ladder on the back? Never mind. You've also got other tippers here as well. Again, they all kind of feature the exact same stuff. It's just capacities, which are different. 30,000, 27.5, 23.5, and 21.5. As far as your bell trailer goes, all you have is wheel setups, and that is it. And also, if you're like me and you're looking at the back going, well, that kind of looks a little bit weird. It's actually folded in. What you got to do is jump in and unfold, and it will unfold and lay down flat. So you're actually able to strap more down, because it extends it out a little bit. You can also go up like this, and it will bring the straps wherever. So if you got round bells, maybe go with this. If you got square bells, you can go the other way. Secondly, we have the Bugnot MANIPIC XL. This is basically that Manitou bell handler that we had in Crossplay, but it's branded. And your last mod today is also a new one for PC and Mac players. This is called Realistic Animal Losses. From now on, your actions will have a direct impact on the well-being of your animals. If feed, water, or straw are missing, or if the feed is not effective enough, you risk losing animals. Once animals reach a certain age, there's also a 10% risk that they won't be in the barn the next evening. Horses over 60 months, pigs over 40 months, cows and buffalo over 50 months, sheep and goats over 30 months, and chickens and roosters over 30 months. The care threshold is set to 90% for feed by default. Anything below that increases the risk of losing animals, but you can adjust this in the mod menu found in general settings. There is a daily check at 6 p.m. if an issue is detected, and a warning message will appear, and the mod supports multiplayer. And that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you made it all the way to the end, let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you have an awesome day, and we'll catch you in the next one.